The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Mike Tannenbaum has weighed in on the latest with the Jets search. We will hear from a guy that's in all the interviews with GM and coaching candidates. That and more. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed to win another offseason, baby. We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Who's the coach? Who's the GM? Who's the quarterback? At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Happy Monday. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed another week of the Jake Asman Show. Click the like button, and I'll keep saying it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are very, very close to 41,000 subscribers, so I can't thank you all enough for your daily support. Talking about a football team that stinks, yet has the best fans in all of sports. I am under 100 away from 41K, so thank you to the audience, as always, for your support. If you want bonus content, if you want to join our Discord channel, if you want your name added to our intro, bonus shows, and more, head over to patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. And please note, the merch store discount for Patreon users is now 20% instead of 15%. Huge shout out to Joseph Rumpolo, who signed up for the entire year yesterday, Matthew Ryland, and Dirty Ray Gun for being our three most recent Patreon subscribers. Let's talk about the latest with the search for a New York Jets general manager and head coach. And we will hear right now from a former Jets general manager who also happens to be involved in the hiring process for the next general manager and head coach of the New York Jets franchise. Mike Tannenbaum, on his weekly radio show on ESPN New York yesterday, was asked, hey, Mike, how's the search process going with the Jets?
It's going well. It's a very, very long process, a lot longer than I think people realize. Teams can't bring in candidates in person until a week from tomorrow, even if your team isn't playing or eliminated. So hypothetically, if you were interested in a coach from the Chargers or the Steelers or from the three teams that lose today, you can't actually meet with them until a week from tomorrow. And if you had the league on, what they would tell you is those rules are designed to slow the process down. They feel that the process in the past has been rushed. So they're going to slow it down purposely to make teams talk to more people, to take their time. So there's a lot more work to be done, and this will take several more weeks for most teams. And then once you do that, they can start hiring their staff and coordinators, which can obviously take a lot of time as well.
So, look, here's the bottom line. You look at where the Jets are at in their search process, and Tannenbaum's right. There are now new rules in the league to slow down the process, most notably for head coaching candidates, because typically there's not a lot of GM jobs that come available every year. There's way more coaching jobs that become available than GM jobs. So this is not a surprise. If you look at the Jets GM search, they've interviewed now 13 total candidates. They interviewed nobody yesterday, but they had 5 on Saturday, bringing in the total to 13. The Jets are compliant with the Rooney Rule, meaning they've interviewed 2 minority candidates in person, right? It has to be in person. If you're going to hire a GM or coach to comply with the Rooney Rule, 2 minority candidates in person. You could say they've done that now with both. I only thought the coach they'd hire first before the GM was Mike Vrabel. With Vrabel going to New England, that's off the board. So here's where we stand. I believe a GM hire could happen as early as this week. It wouldn't surprise me if we get to Friday and the Jets have a new GM in place. I think this week we're going to hear about a second round of general manager interviews. I think it's notable that the Jets had 0 yesterday in regards to the GM search. And I confirmed it. You could hire a GM that is with a different team as long as the team that you're hiring them from gives written permission to do so. So, for example, let's say the New York Jets decide they want to hire Alec Hallerby, who is the assistant GM of the Eagles, who they've interviewed. Well, they could hire him at any point if the Eagles sign off, which they would. If the Jets wanted to hire Mike Greenberg, who's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even though they lost last night, they could. So they can now hire a GM essentially at any point. I think we get a second round of general manager interviews this week. I mean, you look at the list of names the Jets have spoken to. You have Mike Borgonzi with the Chiefs, Trey Brown with the Bengals, Mike Greenberg with the Bucks, Alec Hallerby with the Eagles, Darren Mogi with the Commanders, Jim Nagy with the Senior Bowl, Lance Newmark, Louis Riddick, Chris Spielman. Those are all the first-time GMers. Then you have previous GMs with experience like Thomas Dimitroff, who's not with a team right now, Ray Farmer, who's with the Rams, Ryan Grigson, who's with the Vikings, John Robinson, who's not with a team. So it's 13 interviews. It's a mixed match. But my point is the Jets are now able to hire a GM. And with Vrabel off the board, I'm telling you, I'd be shocked if they hired a head coach first before the GM. I believe the Jets want to get the GM hire done at some point this week so they can move towards having that GM have a say in who the next head coach is, because that's logically what you should do. Now, we know sometimes the Jets don't follow logic, but I think in this process they will. So I think they're going to have a GM hire in place, maybe within a week or so, and then that GM will come in and be a part of these coaching interviews, which, as you heard from Mike Tomlin at the beginning, or Mike Tomlin, I have Mike Tomlin on my mind after last night's show. As you heard from Mike Tannenbaum in that clip I just played, you're not even able to talk with candidates in person until next week, right? Go back to the beginning of what Tannenbaum said. It's important to note the process now for some of these coaching candidates that the Jets still need to talk to, like Brian Flores and Josh McCown, whose teams play tonight. Aaron Glenn had a Zoom interview, but they're not going to hire Aaron Glenn until they at least meet with him in person, which they couldn't do till the 20th. Here's, once again, listen to the beginning of what Tannenbaum's saying, because it kind of tells you we're going to be waiting a little bit.
It's going well. It's a very, very long process, a lot longer than I think people realize. Teams can't bring in candidates in person until a week from tomorrow, even if your team isn't playing or eliminated. So hypothetically, if you were interested in a coach from the Chargers or the Steelers or from the three teams that lose today, you can't actually meet with them until a week from tomorrow. And if you had
So think about that. A week from tomorrow. It's January 20th. So January 20th is going to be a significant day in our country. MLK Day, Inauguration Day, Jets allowed to meet in person with Candidates Day. And oh yeah, the college football national title game is that night too. And I believe the Knicks play the Hawks at 3 o'clock. Go New York, go New York, go. See you at the Garden tonight, by the way. Knicks Pistons, let's go. But look, as far as this process, I think it is going to take several more weeks, because once they do hire a head coach, that head coach needs to hire a coaching staff. And let's be real. If they hire a guy like Aaron Glenn or Brian Flores, it is imperative that they hire a really solid offensive staff, especially, right? They need to get the offensive coordinator hire right. They got to get the O-line coach hire right. Are they going to hire someone separately to be the run game coordinator, or is that going to be the O-line coach again? Because Keith Carter has both roles right now, and the Jets couldn't run the football, and their O-line, despite having talent, was not nearly as good as it should have been. So I feel like we're at a place right now where GM's going to happen first. I think it could be done within 5 days. Then we'll be in a bit of a holding pattern until we get to a week from today, where you heard Tannenbaum just say they could actually go out there and start meeting with candidates in person. I think it's going to end up being Aaron Glenn. I hope it's Brian Flores of the available options, but we're going to find out. And once again, I still think it's silly that the Jets have yet to talk to John Gruden or Pete Carroll. If they don't want the job, then you know what? Someone tell us that. But not talking to them when we're going to talk to Mike Loxley, when we're going to talk to Ron Rivera, when we're going to have this quote-unquote wide-ranging search, and we're not going to talk to two guys with Super Bowl rings on their finger, that to me just seems silly. Speaking of Super Bowl rings on people's fingers, we are 90 memberships away from our raffle for the Jets full-sized helmet, and the New York Jets, Joe Willie Namath, replica Super Bowl III championship ring. So, if you gift the membership for, let's say, 5, you have 5 raffle entries, like what Marvelous 33 did before the show. Ethan Bracolo, Paul Knicks fan 73, JB, BC, and Jesus Jerry Vaca all received channel memberships before the show began, thanks to Marvelous. So, Marvelous, you're in for 5. You have a chance at the Super Bowl ring, and you have a chance at the full-sized helmet. We're 90 memberships away from the raffle. Could be tomorrow, could be Wednesday when we hit that mark, but that will bring us up to 300 entries. We'll cap it at 300, and then from there, we'll do our raffle. And I've already started thinking about our next prize. And let's just say if you're a fan of a certain wide receiver that I hope plays his entire career with the Jets, let's just say you're going to like it. I'll leave it at that. Holy crap, maybe we hit it this show. Jeffrey with a 20 bomb. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Oh, of all the dramatic things I have ever seen, 20 memberships from Jeffrey R., Brian Scantleberry, Purple Belt Mike, J Quest 57. Are you kidding me? J Quest. Les Middenberg, Sad Higeki, Hayward W. Messages, Stephen Kinslow, Cody Decker, Rick Fisher, Roy Kamalodian. Holy crap, of all the dramatic things I have ever seen. A king named Clip, Squared Away, Warren Findley, D. Green, Mike, all receiving channel memberships just like that. Tank the Shizu, 100 mile per hour. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Jeffrey R., you are the man, my friend. Wow. Thank you, Jeffrey. Truly appreciate it. We'll get you down for another 20. And what I said, we needed 90 before the show started. We're already at 20. We need 70 memberships, and the raffle will kick off. Bo with a $10 super chat. We as Jet fans are failing ourselves if we look at a guy like Tomlin, even if not possible, as anything except an upgrade. Winning coaches give us the best chance to win. Let's not let logic elude us. I mean, any Jet fan who doesn't want Mike Tomlin, shame on you. I said my thoughts last night. I don't think it's realistic that Pittsburgh would even move on from him, but a lot of you exposed yourself last night. I'll leave it at that. You're too good for Mike Tomlin. Have you watched the Jets? One guy saying, don't hire Mike Tomlin, who's mid. Bring back Rex. Citybird, at what point do they just offer the GM job to Tannenbaum? I don't think Mike's getting this job. I don't think he wants it. He said he doesn't want it. I don't think that's happening. I don't think it's happening at all. Ladies and gentlemen, the Zach is in for 5 memberships. Oh, baby. Justin Ayers Fishing, Adam is Too Cool, Butterscotch, Joshua Burns, David, all receiving channel memberships. That's 25, 5, 5. Boom. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Gusbuster hotline link, I believe, is pinned in the comment section. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, I will put it in there again. Call in. Give me your take. Who do you want to be the next GM and head coach of the NYJ? Jets Worldwide, Wad writes in, taking my son to get his wisdom teeth removed today. Good luck to your son, Jets Worldwide. Let me tell you, I've had the wisdom teeth thing done. They put you out. You wake up. And you're really high. You're high as a kite. You're higher than V-Man. Purple Belt Mike writes in, I'd cut off my nuts if it meant we traded for Tomlin. I would too. He's worth it. I don't need nuts. I need winning football. Mike Tomlin helps me do that. It's not going to happen, though. Pittsburgh's not dumb. I'm not going to get rid of Tomlin. But if he's available, you bring him in. He restores order, instant credibility. You figure out the rest. Andy Reid needed a fresh start, too. Look what he did. You need the quarterback, man. Let's see. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Leon says, which GM requests haven't interviewed yet? Brian Gain is yet to interview. Correct. So there's still a couple GM requests left, but I think we're going to start to hear about a second round of interviews this week. Also, just because they've requested someone doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to take the interview too. But I would imagine Gain would interview. I'd be surprised if he didn't. Hey, quick reminder, the show that you're watching now is available in podcast form on either Apple or Spotify. So make sure you subscribe there if you want to do so. Ralphie writes in, Tomlin would need to basically quit first and agree to go to the Jets, and then the trade is just contract compensation. I mean, Tomlin has a full no trade, so he would have to agree to go to the Jets no matter what. And Pittsburgh would have to decide they're willing to listen, which Adam Schefter said yesterday that they're not, at least to this point. Now, things change, though. This was Schefter yesterday on NFL Countdown on Tomlin.
Last week, we said there would be teams that would check into the availability of Mike Tomlin, and one did. And one was told that Mike Tomlin has a no-trade clause in his contract. So anything that would happen in Pittsburgh involving Mike Tomlin would come with his consent and his consent only. A loss like last night's might further teams to look into it. Pittsburgh hasn't given any indication that it wants to move on from Mike Tomlin, and this has been the most patient franchise, not just in football, but maybe sports. When Bill Cowher was struggling at the end and fans in Pittsburgh wanted him gone, the Rooney stuck with him, and he wound up winning another Super Bowl. There's no indication they want to move off Mike Tomlin now.
I mean, the team that called, I think, was the Jets. Just connecting the dots. That's just my feeling, knowing who Tannenbaum is, knowing this no stones unturned thing that he always says. I think the Jets probably called. I would hope the Jets call again. Make the Pittsburgh say no. All right, they're not going to trade him, but don't you got to try? It's funny because I'm sick in the head. I went back and watched some old Jake Asman shows from 2022. And as the Jets were imploding during that 6-game losing streak after they were 7-4, in the comments, we were talking about what they're going to do at quarterback next year. And I forget who wrote it. Someone wrote, go get Aaron Rodgers. And like 3 people immediately wrote, Green Bay's not moving on from him. They're not going to trade Rodgers. So you just never know. Like, things change fast in the NFL. That was in late December. People in my own chat were telling another As Maniac, Green Bay's not going to trade Aaron Rodgers. No way. By the way, had Jordan Love look yesterday. Ain't so easy, man. Playoffs are a different beast. You know, the irony is Aaron Rodgers never had this version of the Packers defense. They hold the Philadelphia Eagles to only 22 points despite turning the ball over 4 times, and they scored 10 points, and Love was terrible yesterday. Just saying. But things change in the NFL. I use the Rodgers example there just as an example. That, there's no way the Packers would trade Rodgers to the Jets. No chance. Well, guess what? They did. So I don't think that Mike Tomlin's going to be traded, but, you know, if Andy Reid can get fired, if Bill Belichick can get fired, if you're the Jets, you got to do your due diligence. That'd be my big thing. Due diligence. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe what I'm looking at right now. Jeffrey R. might have won the lottery, or he's filthy, stinking rich. 20 more channel memberships. Gator, it is time. We need a Jeffrey R. video.
Show me the money.
Show me the money! Money.
Oh my God, 20 memberships. It's raining. It is raining channel memberships. Here we go. The Gustbuster umbrella is out. The memberships are flowing. And don't you think I forgot you, Bo C. I'm getting to you next. But first, 20 from Jeffrey R., Karen Kumar, Donnell Holmes, Mark Hyman, Gully Herm Zoomer, Patrick DeStefano, Matt Shaw, Copper Johns, shout out to Tyson, Nick Rosaro, Alan S. Jurasta. Who have they played? Mike Mano, Keith Jackson, Frank Charles, Big Sky Jet Fan, Andy Barano, KY, Julio Kelly, Sully NJ, Anthony G, Sneaks NYC. How about it? 20 memberships, now 40 gifted by Jeffrey in this show. Unreal. Here are the 5 from the Great Bo. Hit the alarm. Michael Camarino, Joe Golio, Ev Doggy Dog, Boss of Bosses, Bobby's, can't say that one, all received channel memberships. Wow. We needed 90 before the show. We're 40 away from the raffle. And then the raffle, if we hit it this show, I will do the raffle when Will Parkinson joins the afternoon show today at 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you want the raffle, we need 40 more entries. We'll cap it at 300 on the dot, and we'll do the raffle for the full-size helmet, the replica Super Bowl III ring that I have in this beautiful case right here, and items in my merch store, a Gustbuster umbrella. I got a Rodgers jersey. It's going to be a big giveaway, so I'm excited about that. I am excited. Joshua goes, is the raffle today? It might be. I mean, we're 40 memberships away from that. Super chat from Jesus Jerry. Is V-Man okay after his performance yesterday? I think V-Man's fine. He called into the Nick Shine program. He's in the chat. You know, V-Man was super chatting the Jake Asman football show earlier. I think V-Man's fine. Frozen Squirrel says, Jake, how about a membership? Why don't you hit the like button, Frozen Squirrel? Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and you got a shot. Purple Belt Mike, what happened with V-Man? Go back and watch my show last night, Mike. Go about 28 minutes in. V-Man's in concussion protocol, as Tom Hayes put it. Let's just say things got a little out of whack. Fiore with a super chat. Thank you, Fiore. Based on their list, it feels like Woody can sell Flores, Glenn, Brady, and maybe McCown to the fan base. Anyone else will be poorly received. Insane we aren't interviewing Gruden. Completely agree. How is John Gruden at least not getting an interview? Keith writes in, Jake, how about them Knicks? How about them, baby? Got to beat the Pistons tonight. Look, the Knicks are good. If they're going to be great, they got to play better against the elite teams, right? They got to play better against OKC, Boston, and Cleveland. You know, but the Knicks, to me, they're still the third best team in the Eastern Conference. And I think there's tiers right now. There's Boston and Cleveland. Cleveland's on a historic pace, but they got to prove it come playoff time. The Knicks are the third team, and then there's a drop-off after that. But can the Knicks get to the first tier of the East? I think they can. They need to get Mitchell Robinson back. You know, they need to get more quality minutes from their bench. Deuce McBride being back is huge. You know, they have the talent. They need the gel. It's early. It's only January. But yesterday was an awesome win. Jalen Brunson's unbelievable, man. He made that game personal yesterday, Keith. Came out, set the tone immediately. Just an incredible performance. V-Man writes in, I can't sanction your buffoonery. Here's when you know that V-Man's out of his mind. Jay writes in, V-Man, Vrabel or Tomlin? And V-Man wrote Vrabel. Mike Vrabel was 13-21 over his last 2 years as a coach. He's a really good coach. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. He had Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett as his quarterbacks a year ago. He had Russell Wilson and Justin Fields this year, and he plays in arguably the most difficult division in the AFC. Please. Beastbreaker writes in, V-Man is a clueless putz. Wow. Strong take from Beastbreaker at V-Man. J-Quest, Gruden's getting blackballed. Sure feels like it. How about J-Quest becoming a member again? Remember how long you went without one? Now everyone's getting a channel membership. If you don't have a channel membership, I'm really questioning whether or not you're a true As Maniac at this point. Unbelievable. Hit the like button. Comments, questions, super chats. Cut the line. We're presented today by Underdog. Folks, one more Monday night game tonight. One more wild card game. Make some picks. New customers. Deposit right now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with promo code Asman. Take out your phone. Download the Underdog app if you've never used Underdog before. It is an absolute blast. All right, get your picks in. Go to the website, underdogfantasy.com. Promo code Asman. Get your picks in. I'll put together something right now live on the air. I'm feeling it, all right? I'm feeling it. We'll do it specifically for this Vikings versus Rams game. It's going to be a short one. Ready for this? Sam Darnold, interceptions, 0.5, higher. Sam Darnold will throw at least one pick tonight, higher. And I'm rooting for Sam. I'm just a little nervous about Sam seeing some ghosts. He looked jittery last week. Big game, big moment. Didn't play well. I got to see it. Higher on Sam Darnold. Matthew Stafford, 1.5 passing touchdowns. We're going to go higher on that. We're going to put $25 on that to win $67.50. Boom. I just locked my pick in. You can too. I'm going to share that link with my pick. I'm putting it in the chat. Underdog pick for tonight. It is now in the chat. If you want to take it, do it yourself or fade me or make your own. It's in the live chat. Click that link. Sign up. Promo code Asman. Boom. Thank you to Underdog for sponsoring today's show. G Money, how can you tell if you're a channel member? You're not, G Money. You don't have a badge next to your name. But I thank you for watching. I hope you get one. V-Man, Super Chat. Tomlin handpicked Kenny Pickett. Okay, Kyle Shanahan handpicked Trey Lance. What's your point? Quarterback evaluation is the most difficult thing in sports. I mean, is Mike Tomlin's a bad coach? I mean, what's your point? Also, I don't even know if Tomlin handpicked Kenny Pickett. He's not the GM. I'm sure he had a big say in it, but Kyle Shanahan, I think, is the best offensive mind in the league. He handpicked Trey Lance. This is not a gotcha point you think it is, V-Man, but I do appreciate the super chat. Sergey says, Flores is my number one choice. Jets will go full villain, scorch earth style. Pats made a mockery of the Rooney Rule without consequence. Not yet to Gruden. And yet to Gruden. I don't know what you mean by and yet to Gruden, Sergey, but I'll tell you what. Flores right now of the options is my number one. Flores and McCown is the OC. Now, if Ryan Grigson is attached to it, Flores is the GM, I don't want him. I'll take my chance with Aaron Glenn. But I don't understand why Grigson needs to be attached to Flores. No, thank you. Here for the memes. I get the appeal for Flores and Gruden from a coaching perspective, but the Jets already are a circus, and we need more acts. Thanks for the show. I don't think Flores makes you a circus. I think Flores makes you a winning football team. How are they a circus with Flores? They weren't a circus in Miami. All the stuff about Flores came out afterwards. And that stuff that came out afterwards also was trying to cover for the fact that Stephen Ross told Brian Flores to lose games and tank for Tua. Ironically, they ended up with Tua, but not at number one like the original goal was of that 2019 Dolphins team. And by the way, a lot of the stuff coming out was to cover for the fact that Stephen Ross tried to get Tom Brady and Sean Payton behind Flores' back to run his franchise. How do I know this happened? Because the NFL said it happened. They docked Miami a first-round pick, so this is not even speculation. It's fact. They tampered and got caught and lost a first-round pick for flirting with Tom Brady. Ryed checks in with a super chat. Thank you, Ryed. Vikings, Commies, Bucks were all nobodies to start the season. Who's to say the Jets can't have a similar turnaround with Flores/Glenn? Of course they can. Every year there's a team that surprises. More than one. You bring up the Vikings. No one had them doing anything with Sam Darnold. Coaching matters. The Jets can be playing in Wild Card Weekend a year from now if they nail these hires. Am I going to predict it? No. I mean, history is on your side if you say the Jets won't be in the playoffs next year. You've been right for 14 straight years. But 100% right, I agree. They got to get these hires correct. That's truly the bottom line. And you got to, look, I'm not telling you to have faith in the Jets. How could you? But that's it. That's the only thing that matters. Ladies and gentlemen, are you kidding me? Of all the dramatic things I have ever seen, Jeffrey R. is spending money, the likes of which we've never seen before.
Free stuff.
Oh, my God. Oh.
It's the As Maniacs membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive one ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
Folks, it is unreal what is happening today. It's raining. It's raining, courtesy again of Jeffrey R. Ladies and gentlemen, grab the Gustbusters. Here we go. Gustbuster.com, by the way. Get yourself an umbrella. It rains a lot, all right? And you want to be protected. Here we go. 20 names from Jeffrey. Phil M. G-Man the Prophet. Jacob Bonuelos. Jay Perez, Platinum Toast, Kaiser Rev, Spin Max, David White, RPCT, Joe Baxter, Oss, Timothy Kelly, Andrew William and Frazier, Lucky Leo, Daniel Ruth, Planet for Us, Jeff Grossman, Johnny Ace, David Hall Jr., Jam, all receiving channel memberships from the immortal Jeffrey R. Wow. Jeffrey, thank you, man. I hope you win something, man. I mean, what do you got? Probably of the 300 entries we're going to end up with, you got to have at least 100. Maybe more. I got to look at my phone after I add all this afterwards. My God. We needed 90 to get the raffle during the afternoon show. We're at 70 right now. If we get 20 more memberships, there will be our raffle this afternoon. Bo with a super chat. V-Man, one date, 1969. It's been that long since we've had a head coach with Tomlin's winning percentage. Literally, if you can't see that, go back to sleep. How about the guy yesterday on the show? I don't know if you saw it, Bo, that tried to say, oh, Mike Tomlin's career record is 500. Mike Tomlin's career winning percentage is not 500. He has like a 630 career winning percentage. Morons. I'm with you, Bo. Maybe it has gotten stale in Pittsburgh, but the idea that the Jets wouldn't benefit from a culture changer and Mike Tomlin's nuts. V-Man writes in, no, I'm the only sane individual in here. You think you're a sane individual, V-Man? No way. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to your calls right now. Let's talk to a sane individual. Here we go.
Holy crap, here comes Beastbreaker 666.
Why don't you get your fat ass on a treadmill and go the distance with me?
Is that Bobby Midnight?
I'm not into politics, and I already told you that.
I may be big, but I'm going to be bad enough to put you out.
Beastbreaker always has some salient points.
Hello, Beast.
Good morning, America. We are now at a freezing level here in the Midwest, and I know you guys are freezing too, and last night was beautiful. 140 to 106. Congratulations to those boys. Oh, V-Man, are you blind? First of all, your IQ's lower than toilet paper. Oh, last night I was doing a lot of scrolling, and there are some cheap comments towards me. I don't know who you guys are talking to, but you're talking to the wrong dog in the yard. Remember, I've been around the Jets organization 27 years. So how about y'all pay some lip service and some respect to a king? And I'm going to say this too. The next thing I would like to do is sit down and talk to Fireman Ed. Fireman Ed is a respectable guy. He's been around these parts longer than I have. But sooner or later, you put me and him together, it'll be a boxing match like you wouldn't believe. First round knockout, bam! Who are you, baloney breaker? Hey, Deutschback, I got moves for you. You want to get your lights knocked out? I'm going to knock your teeth out. Oh, look at this. It's the cross-dresser, Peter Castro. Hey, dirtbag. I'm going to tell you again. Get your monkey ass out of my face, and I'm going to tell you right now, hit the bricks. Get out of here. Understand me? Now, let's get down to facts. Sean Snow, I swear to God, I got a baseball bat waiting for your freaking head. Now, quit pissing me off. My IQ's way bigger than your weenie, and if you're going to piss me off, stop it. I'm here to talk football and common sense, you big goof. Tom Ace, I'm going to do the same to you. I'm going to give you one spine buster right through your teeth, and I'll break every bone in your goddamn jar-headed body. Now get out of my face, puke. This Flores guy, I don't know. Hard to decide, hard to think of. Let's first concentrate on the GM department first. That is rule one. Rule one, GM department. Let's get one first, then let's get those head coaches. And then after this is done and all that other extra shit is done, let's get back to basics. Let's get out there and go get those guys that we want. I want guys with talent, and I want guys with brains. None of this over-the-top, overly qualified, overly overrated crap. No. Not going to fly here. And when we give you a check, Who's the fucking asshole pissing me off?
Pile of old gabagoo.
Offensive line, defensive line. Offensive line. The first thing I'm going to address.
No more protection from the As Maniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the
we need
sodomites.
big boys. I shave every day. I also represent real people of Japan. Get out of here now. Let's concentrate on football. Are you seriously on crack? I think somebody's going to call the crack department. Retarded questions. How about you bending over and taking up the booty hole behind the 7-Eleven?
Ladies and gentlemen, a bounty was paid. Jeffrey R. has sent the beast to the hole for the remainder of the program. Wow. Hey, rules are rules around here. 10 memberships is the standard bounty to get rid of someone on the line. The Beast Breaker's day is done. Just like that. Jets Crazy, Lawrence Toppin, Michael Panza, Lee, Zach Johnson, Brandon Newsom, Matt Ryder, Miss Fins, Dolphins fan, Anthony Rodriguez, JM85 have all been sent to the hole. We are just 10 memberships away from our raffle during the afternoon slate. Jeffrey, thank you again for your incredible generosity. Jesus Jerry wanted to know why Beast has pictures of men in leather on his wall. Unfortunately, he's in the hole. If someone gives 10 memberships, we will revive Beast, but we have rules around here. Super chat from Jay Quest, who's a channel member again. You get a free super chat every month if you're a channel member, by the way. That's why you see member for 7 months next to Jay Quest's name. We thought we made the right choice 4 years ago. Just make the right choice. I don't know, nor does anyone else until they start playing games. I agree, Jay Quest, but certain names just aren't going to excite you. Like, we knew the Jets should not have hired Adam Gase. You can't tell me you'd be like, yep, you feel good about this team with Arthur Smith as their coach. You know? And I get it. You got to give them a chance, and we will. We'll talk ourselves into it, but I'm just not going to be excited. That's who they hire, for example. FPP writes in, bum breaker, V-Man rules. FPP coming to the defense of V-Man. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Super chat from V-Man. Here we go. Uh-oh. We hate Bowles and Salah for being uber conservative, but Tomlin punts on 4th and inches. And also, most expensive defense, and they can't tackle for shit. Well, let me tell you something, V-Man. The fact that you're trying to compare Todd Bowles and Robert Saleh to Mike Tomlin, I don't have to dignify a response to you. I appreciate the super chat. You could talk about conservativeness and stuff, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to try and defend Mike Tomlin if you're gonna try and compare him to Bowles and Saleh. I'm just not. Maybe it's gotten stale for Tomlin in Pittsburgh. Fine. If he's available, he'd get hired in 5 minutes. And if you're the Jets and you don't try and bring in Mike Tomlin, shame on you. Miss Fins writes in, yes, I'm a Dolphins fan, but I still listen to my AFC East rivals. Ha, ha, ha. See ya.
Into the shadow realm.
I'm just kidding. You're fine, Miss Fins. Both our teams stink. Thanks for watching. Wow, here we go. Are we going to hit? I think we hit 90. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jesus Jerry just gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 from Jesus Jerry. Here we go. If you hear your name called, you're a channel member. Sonato69, Kyle Reuter, Zachary Berner, Pa Esimia, Beastbreaker 666. However, I believe that Beast account is We the People or someone else trolling. It's not the actual Beast Breaker account because Beastbreaker's account is like Stormbreaker on YouTube. So nice try. But either way, appreciate the support. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more memberships that have been gifted. Harvey A. Bouchard Jr. has gifted our membership. The membership gifted by Harvey has went to listener Carlos Santana. And then finally, how about this? A 5 spot from Uno Jets. Ladies and gentlemen, sound the alarms again. Smoking Cactus, Tyler Minton, Jurgen Kohler, Juice De Niro, Taylor D'Onofrio, all receiving channel memberships. 91 channel memberships in this show. Incredible. Raffle this afternoon. If you want in, we will go over the 90 limit. So full-size helmet, that's auctioned or raffled, I should say, this afternoon. Jets, Super Bowl III, replica ring. That will be raffled this afternoon. Aaron Rodgers jersey. That will be raffled this afternoon. Those are the three big prizes. I'll do a couple of extra ones. We'll do a Gustbuster umbrella, merch store items. I want to thank you guys for your support. So thank you all, and wait till you hear about the prize for raffle number 12. This will be our 11th raffle since December 1st. You find me at the YouTube channel that's giving away that type of stuff to listeners as frequent as we are. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. Let's see. I think we got a couple super chats to get into here. Gabe writes in, why is Ray Agnew not getting GM looks? I don't know. I thought he'd be a hot name this cycle, and he hasn't been. So, it's tough for me to sit here and give you a reason. I don't know. I figured he'd be someone that a lot of teams would want to talk to. It hasn't happened. I certainly hope he gets some consideration, but doesn't appear like it. Of the guys the Jets have interviewed GM-wise, my favorite GM candidate is Thomas Dimitroff. If we're going to rank people by, who I want, Dimitroff's one. Of the first-timers they have spoken to, I think Borgonzi has the best resume. I'm intrigued by Mike Greenberg. And I like Chris Spielman, man. He's been around the Lions. He helped pick Campbell and Brad Holmes. I understand he's related to Rick, but Chris Spielman, to me, I'd rather give him a chance than Ryan Grigson or John Robinson. No thanks. Here for the memes with a super chat. After 3 years, who do you prioritize keeping from the 2022 draft class? Assumption is we won't keep all 4 studs. A test for the incoming coach and GM. I don't think we need to worry about this yet. I think all 4 are on the team in 2025. I think it will depend on how this upcoming year plays out. Does Sauce Gardner return to his all-pro form? What type of year does Brees have on a contract year? What does Jermaine look like coming off the Achilles? The one guy I'm prioritizing no matter what is Garrett, but I want to keep all of them. And I don't think you need to worry about losing any of them at this point. We're not there yet. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. I have posted the Gustbuster hotline link several times. So if you want to call into the show, now is certainly the chance. Let's say hello to Jason in Jerusalem, who's next. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jake. Good evening. How you doing?
How are you?
Doing good. The one concern I have about Flores, and after hearing Ryan Fitzpatrick's comment about how he alienated coaching staff and things like that, how is he going to get assistants and line coaches and position coaches to come work under him after the reputation he had in Miami? Do you really think we're going to get the top tier coming to working for him?
Say it again?
I said, do you really think he's going to get top tier talent to come coach under him
I do.
after the reputation he had in Miami for how he alienated coaching staff?
Yeah, I do. I think he's learned a lot over the last 3 years. I mean,
I know you think that, but do you think that people who want to move up or move sideways in jobs in the NFL are willing to risk their reputation to work under him when they have other opportunities to work under people who didn't have that reputation with their first stop?
Well, you're assuming they'll have other opportunities. They might not. I mean, the NFL is about relationships, and if he's going to pluck people from the Steelers staff he was on or pluck people from the current Viking staff like he's been linked to Josh McCown, then I'm not overly concerned about it. I don't think the Jets would hire him unless he told them who his staff would be. Like in these interviews, if you're not familiar with the process, they ask you what your coaching staff is going to look like. So the reason why I think McCown has been connected to him is he's probably floated it out there in these interviews that he's going to bring McCown with him as his offensive coordinator. So
right.
If he doesn't have a clear plan, I wouldn't hire him, Jason. So I think the other way you're hiring him is if you have confidence he's going to hire a good staff.
I agree with that. But in terms of McCown, I mean, I don't want to have Keith Carter because we have no other options for an offensive line coach.
Well, I don't think he's. I don't think. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't think Keith Carter is going to be the Jets' offensive line coach. I'd be shocked.
They could. I mean, Sutton was stuck with Mangini because Woody didn't want to hire anybody else, if you remember back then.
By the way, Bill Callahan was a great O-line coach.
He was, and the team, fell down after the Jets didn't retain him.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think you hire Flores unless he outlines his clear plan for his offensive staff, especially. I'm not worried about the defense. I mean, he'll fix the defense himself. I'm specifically talking about the offensive staff. He needs to have a clear plan. Otherwise, I don't think he gets the job. That goes for Aaron Glenn too, by the way. How do we know Aaron Glenn's going to be able to hire a good offensive staff?
But the thing with Glenn is that Glenn doesn't have the reputation in the industry among the coaches of alienating and using them as scapegoats. Now, I hope that he's learned his lesson, but the question is, would somebody wanting to get a job with the Jets risk their reputation on that, where they could possibly be the scapegoat themselves?
Look, Jason, we're going to find out, but I could tell you this. I mean, Brian Flores has a good reputation around the league. Like, okay, maybe in Miami, the coaches that worked for him didn't love him, but I mean,
you heard the Fitzpatrick interview, correct?
I heard it, and I also heard what Fitz said later on in that podcast, saying that he thinks Flores has a chance if he makes adjustments to be a really good coach. I mean, it's not like this guy was 10-6 and 9-7 his final 2 years there. Like the guy is a good football coach, and I think second time around, he's already acknowledged there'd be things he'd do differently. So for those who missed it, I'm going to play it again. Here's Brian Flores talking about what he would do differently this time around from a leadership standpoint.
When you talk about your leadership journey and your coaching journey, what kinds of things do you look forward to sharing with teams about those areas?
I mean, look, I was in one place for a long time. Then I was in Miami. And then really, I would say it's more about the last 3 years. One with Coach T, and these last 2 years here with KO. When I was really looking to work with, when I left Pittsburgh, I was looking to work with, someone with an offensive background. So I was fortunate to come here with KO, who's one of the best in the business, and kind of watch how, he, schedules, how he works with the quarterback, how he, that I could bounce questions off him, and kind of pick his brain from an offensive standpoint, from his standpoint, from how he sees, how he views offense. And we do the same thing. He does the same thing with me. So it's been a great kind of marriage, I would say. And I don't want to leave without saying that it's been fantastic here in Minnesota. So, it would have to be the right situation for me to leave. For me, myself, and my family, but I would say that's part of that growth, kind of seeing different ways to do it, taking all that information in, and tweaking some things, from my standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, and then applying it and seeing if it works. And I think I've liked what I've seen so far as applying some of those things and what it's looked like, at least specifically this year.
I take him at his word. I'd rather roll the dice than someone that has been a head coach before and had success than someone who's never been a coach before. It's a fair criticism by Jason, though. I understand where he's coming from. I just feel like he has a much better idea of what he needs to do this go around. I mean, we want previous coaching experience, right? Well, Mike Vrabel's gone. For whatever reason, they're not talking to Carroll or Gruden. So of the guys that are available to the Jets, give me the guy who's from Brooklyn, who has had success in your own division, who is a disciplinarian, and I think it has the right temperament to handle what comes with being the Jet coach. Jeffrey says, Jake, I won't be able to be here this afternoon. Well, Jeffrey, I have your info, so should you win, I will make sure that I contact you immediately. Jets Johnny in on the raffle. 5 memberships, baby. If you want a super chat 20, you'll get 5 entries. Ladies and gentlemen, Jets Johnny writes, helmet is fire. How do you feel about Joe Brady? I'm intrigued by Joe Brady. He clearly has done a great job with Josh Allen. You could say he has Josh Allen, true. But Joe Brady, since he got there as the OC, Josh Allen has been a different player. He doesn't turn the ball over anymore. Doesn't take sacks. the question with Brady would be, he's obviously a great offensive coordinator. There's no doubt. Is he a good leader? Can he lead a football team? Because you could be a good OC. That doesn't mean you're a good head coach. Guy's 35 years old. All right, is he the next Sean McVay? Like, I don't know if you're going to hire Joe Brady at age 35. I mean, he's a couple years older than me. Like, that's I don't know. I like Joe Brady. Talk to him. But I don't think he's going to get the job. Fiore with a $10 super chat. Fiore, thank you. Schefter just put it out that McCarthy is likely to be a free agent. Should we talk to him? He would possibly restore some level of respect to this organization. Winning coach, knows how to deal with pressure. I would talk to him. Yes, I would. I don't know if they're going to hire him, but I would definitely talk to McCarthy. Chris with a super chat. Thank you, Chris. Just got on your show. Not sure if you spoke about it, but what do you think of Spagnuolo? I like Spagnuolo. I don't think the Jets are going to hire him. I do think Spags should be getting interviews, though. I'm glad the Jets interviewed him. And if they hired him, depending on what his plan would be for the offensive coordinator, like, I don't think it's the worst hire. I'll take him over Ron Rivera. Spags would fix the defense. He's been in New York before. I think he can handle the media. He clearly would do a better job this time around than his first stint as a head coach 15 years ago. You know, the record is not good, though, but he's been around Andy Reid. Like, what's his plan for offense now? I like Spags a lot. Some guys maybe just are better off being coordinators, but I don't know if we could definitively say that about Spags. Right? Probably does deserve another chance. I just don't know if it's going to be with the Jets. Open phone lines if you want in on the conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, BMAC is in the chat right now, and the As Maniacs are going up and in on him. BMAC, I think you need to call in, and I think you need to defend yourself immediately. Unbelievable what's happening here. What a turn of events. Also, what am I missing on McCarthy, this news? I guess this news dropped during the air. Like, I thought Mike McCarthy, in the Cowboys were going to work out an extension. Adam Schefter says it's now looking like Mike McCarthy will become a free agent, but the Cowboys have every intention of keeping him. So I really don't think he's leaving. Honestly, the Saints should hire Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy would get that team to the playoffs. At least have them better than where they've been. Right? Like, Mike McCarthy can win 12 games in Dallas. It's a failure if you don't go far in the playoffs. You win 12 games in New Orleans after the shit show they've been since Sean Payton left, you're going to get Coach of the Year consideration. Peter Castro says BMAC is jet fraud. Bernard says, Jake, you're the man. Look, BMAC, the chat is coming at you. I think you got to call in and defend yourself. Bang Mateo, this head coach search included bottom of the barrel and scraps. Yeah, including your guy, Arthur Smith, Bang. Gotcha. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Open phone lines if you want in on our conversation. Beast Breaker is currently in the hole. If you want the beast to be unleashed, it is a 10 membership bounty to release him. I'm seeing some people in the chat say, bring on Beast. Look, I'd love to bring him on, but we have rules around here, and I respect the audience too much to break them. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up.
B-Mac. Look at my TV. B-Mac. I love Aaron Rodgers. Jets. Go Jets. Hey, Jake. Let me defend myself real quick. Yeah, the chat is just sensitive. That's all. They're just sensitive, whiny little babies. You know what I mean? They want to get upset with me, and because I tell the truth and I tell how it is, and and they don't like it, and they want to go and throw tomatoes. On the chat want to throw tomatoes at me, that stuff. Which I do love tomatoes. So thank you, chat, for the tomatoes emoji. You know what I mean? Because they good, but
you like
I don't know, man. Like three siblings, like it's funny. It's funny, like three siblings. Jets Johnny, Who else? Like these guys always want to spit in the chat, but they never call in the show. You know what I mean? And give their takes. And these real Jet fans, you know what I mean? And me, who's a Packer fan, which embarrassing loss yesterday, but I talk about that on my Packers show. But they want to talk this ish, but they never call in and give their jet takes. And it's sad that a Packer fan that calls in the show more than those two. You know what I mean? But yeah, and Beast Breaker is a phony. He's a fraud. He's fake. This guy likes to mop his mouth all the time. I gave him credit, right? The last time I called, I gave him credit. I wanted to shout out him, but he's the one that want to call me out and told me and say, get my fat ass up, which Beast Breaker, have you looked yourself into mirror lately? You weigh like 500 pounds, my man. You know what I mean? I think you be going to Big Burger too much.
Purple Belt Mike says, B-Mac wouldn't last a minute with me. Slap you silly.
Purple Belt Mike, call in and say this to my face. I will put you to sleep, Purple Belt Mike. All right? I will put you in a guillotine hole. All right? You don't know me, Purple Belt Mike. All right? Get off your ass. Say this to my face. Call and say this to my face. All right? Get your fat ass off the couch. All right, all y'all haters in the chat. Three siblings, Just Johnny, where you at, Just Johnny? Why don't you call in and me you get into a little rumble, huh? You know what I mean? Let's go. I'm ready. I can go a couple rounds. You know what I mean? Peter Castro, Three siblings. Where y'all at? Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike, you are a straight clown. Purple Belt Mike, put a clown mask on, because that's what you are. You're a clown and you belong in a circus. Johnny, you're a clown too. Three siblings, all y'all clowns. Jay Crash, you're a clown as well. Clowns, morons, circus acts. That's what y'all are. Nothing but circus acts. Nothing but scam artists. That's what y'all are. And that's what y'all never will be. I always apologize to Jay Graves. Me and Jay Graves are good. That's my girl, all right? I always apologize to her. Me and her are good, all right? And leave V-Man alone. All right? V-Man has a right to his own opinion. And you know what? I agree with him. Mike Tomlin, he can't win in the biggest moment. He chokes. His team's coming out flat. I watch every single Pittsburgh postseason, and his teams never prepare. Mike Tomlin is overrated. People want to act like this dude is Bill Belichick, Bill Walsh. So leave V-Man alone. V-Man has rights to his own opinion. It's called free speech. If you don't like it, suck it. That's my brother. V-Man is my brother. He's my binary. He is my binary brother. All right, me and V-Man are like this. That's my boy.
Bang Mateo writes, and B-Mac, I got your back in here or in person. You're on mute, B-Mac.
Bang Mateo, thank you, my man. Love you, Bang Mateo. Shout out to my boy Bang. All right. Give some love to my boy Bang in the chat. All right? And he's an off-the-dismissed guy, so I love him more. You know what I mean? I love him more. I think the Jets should hire him as the offensive coordinator. All right?
Kevin says, you know you're a dirtbag when Bang Mateo comes to your defense.
Hey, Kevin, tattoos. You really do have tattoos. You know what I mean? They're probably fake tattoos because you're fake, Kevin. You're fake. All right? You're fake. All right? Just Johnny, you're fake. Three siblings, you're fake. Brett Kent, you're fake. J Crash, you're fake. All y'all fakes. Y'all not real like me. I'm a realist. Y'all not. Johnny, you nobody. Mike, you a clown. All right, put that clown mask on, boy. All right, because you don't want none of this, boy. You don't want none of this, Popo Bill, Mike. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the As Maniac Rumble.
Okay, you shut the hell up. I'm going to talk to you right now. You shut up. Don't ever bring up Drake Harris. That's my girl.
Bobby.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I don't have nothing to say to you,
We heard
Midnight.
You
Sleep. Go back to bed, Bobby Midnight. I don't have nothing to say to you. All right, you are
shut up.
Me. I don't have nothing to say to you.
So go get off the show. We don't need a fake Jet fan. You're a Packer fan. Go move. Get the hell off the channel. We don't need
back
you.
to sleep.
We don't need you. We don't need your stuttering. We don't need you stuttering anymore, okay? You do not get the hell out of here. We don't care about what the fuck you're saying, okay? Shut up. I don't care about you.
All right. I'm going to say to you, Bobby.
Well, you stop running after my friend, okay?
Making fun of my stuttering. You disrespect me, Bobby. And
I don't give a flying
I don't like that. Never disrespect you.
You shut up. You said enough to my friends. You don't call my friends out like that. You stick
Bobby,
just shut up.
I don't got nothing to say to you, Bobby. Why are you talking? I hate you. I don't got nothing to say to you.
I don't like you anymore.
You do. I hate you too. Go back to sleep, boy. Go back to sleep, boy. Go back to sleep, boy.
Yep. Okay. Goodbye.
Go back to sleep. Go back to yeah. Fuck you too. Fuck you too, boy. Yeah. Exactly. Nothing to say, Bobby, don't you? Huh? Nothing to say. Go back and eat some Frosted Flakes. All right, I still have what I gotta say. I'm out. Jake Asman, I love you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And I'm out.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Man, did that escalate quickly? Damn. Bobby Midnight coming in. Packer fan versus Giant fan on a Jet YouTube show I saw someone wrote. Nick writes in, two wannabe gangsters yelling at each other. Man. Hawk writes in, BMAC, you're very emotional today. Are you on your period? Jaden says, Bobby's a quitter. M. Morris, Bobby took you down. Mo says, Bobby would have won if he showered. Blitz BK, non-Jets fans are so loud and rude. How does Blitz not have a channel membership? We get Blitz a membership, people? Joe M says, this is not helping your Burger King employment chances to Bobby. Gator writes in, Bobby hasn't showered in almost a week. You could see the filth flying off of him as he speaks. South Philly, Bobby for the win. Jet West, two non-Jet fans fighting. Jet West, BMAC demands to be taken seriously. Wild Wave, two fake Jet fans going at it. Blitz BK, we really need to get this coach hire correctly. We can't be doing this every offseason. Jets West, I wanted Jake to add Beastbreaker to these two. Look, 10 memberships and the Beast can return. He's roaring to go. Here's a live look at Beast in the hole. He's ready, but we have rules. We have rules around here. More of your calls right now. K Yeti's next. What's up, K Yeti? Yeti. Yeti. You there, Yeti? Thanks for the time. Leon, what's your opinion on Brian Gain? Think he definitely got a raw deal in Houston, deserves another chance. I would not prefer him over some of the other candidates, though. He doesn't excite me. Take him over like Louis Riddick, though, or Ryan Grigson. K Yeti has returned. Yeti, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, dude. I wanted to talk to Bernard so bad. Right when I called, my wife was like, "Hey, come here. Can you help me with something?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck. Are you kidding me?" But what happened to that guy? Remember when he was nice? And he
Yeah,
used to
his
call
Wi-Fi
it in?
sucks, though. That's the problem, too. And when he starts yelling, you can't hear him. I mean, that whole thing was a mess. I mean, BMAC, we got to get better internet if we're going to keep doing this, man.
Yeah, back when he was Bernard, he used to call in and he was just like a genuine Aaron Rodgers fan. He was a nice kid or guy. I don't know how old he is, but a lot younger than me. But he was nice, and he might have even had some salient points once in a while.
Yeah.
But it just changed. I don't know. Now he just defends himself, and everybody rips into him, and he defends himself horribly. I don't know. Yeah, that's it, man. I don't know. Is he still in the background, but his internet just sucks?
His internet stinks. He's gone.
All right, cool. Well, I don't really want to talk about the head coach shit. I don't really care too much. So I love you, man. Talk to you later.
Okay, Eddie, I appreciate you. Here's what I think happened with BMAC. Allen retired, so BMAC no longer has a punching bag that can unify the chat and get his support. And BMAC has exposed himself with his anger with some of his comments directed at Jay Graves, which cost him. Some of the other things he said in the chat. So BMAC doesn't have a villain that he could be fighting with, so he'd be viewed as the good guy. So BMAC, who's not even a Jets fan, now is viewed as a villain. I don't know when BMAC's babyface moment will happen, if it will happen. But all I know is he went head-to-head with Beast the other day, and the chat was favoring Beast. Beast became babyface. Thomas is gifted a channel membership. Thomas, you're in our raffle this afternoon. Thank you very much. Let's see. G Money received the membership. There you go, G Money. You were asking about it earlier, and you just got one. Hit the like button. Make sure if you're one of the 500 people tuned in live right now, you're subscribed to the channel, and you have a chance to get a membership. We are 8 away from 100 gifted in this one show alone. Alan says, I don't like Ginger, but he isn't wrong. Alan, here's the thing. You might not like me, but you know I'm right. That's the bottom line. That is the bottom line. I am spot on with this one.
At the beach laughing my ass off. All I have to say is lose out. Clean fucking house and draft Joe Alt. Merry Christmas to all the solid truthers.
Alan agreeing with me, but I'm a dictator. So we'll see you in 5 minutes, Alan. Enjoy Stupid Town. All right, let's get to some more of your calls here. If you want Beast to return, 10 memberships. Rules are rules around here, folks. We honor them. We respect them. Ladies and gentlemen, up next on the Gusbuster Hotline on what has been a rip-roaring show, as Joe Beningo would say, who normally joins us Mondays during the season, is this guy.
I got my Iron UG. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Hi, Jake.
David, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. Rip roaring. That's an old school word.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and I like it. But I'm gonna have to be strong and side with Bobby. Jay Graves is one of my favorite people and one of my favorite callers. So I'm just gonna have to stick on Bobby's side on this one. But Mike Tomlin, in a heartbeat. Flores, and you said that he might bring McCown, and that really perks me up. But from there, as you know, like the Jets this year, they didn't have, in listening to experts, they didn't have capable coaching. So Flores brings, one potential good candidate, but the whole coaching staff, you just got to hope that they bring in capable people and capable coaching. And Flores, some of the bad, not so good stuff that come out of Miami. But what about the good stuff that come out of it? His record, and you would think that he had a capable coaching staff. So I wouldn't pick on him too much.
Yeah, look, I think at the end of the day, you wouldn't hire him unless he had a real plan for what the offensive side of the ball would look like for him. So if he has McCown coming and maybe some other offensive coaches we're not thinking of that he knows, I'm willing to roll the dice on a guy who over his last 2 years in Miami with subpar quarterback play and not the best of rosters, won 10 games and then 9 games. And I think that's a guy you want to give a second chance because he probably, as he's admitted, would do things differently this time around and would lead to more success in theory.
Yeah, and you said that Rex didn't really have it, but Flores, he did it, and I mean now he might be getting a second go around. I mean, wouldn't you think he knows about being prepared, being on top of things with trying to bring the right people in?
100%. I mean, I just hope they I hope they get it right. I mean, Miss Finns, who's a Dolphins fan, says, "Don't let the Flores haters lie to you. Flores was the best coach since Shula." I don't know if that's true. Is there sarcasm here, Miss Finns? But I do think he's a good coach.
Yeah, and it's still interesting to see how it goes. Just think if they get a capable coach and a capable coaching staff and a capable GM, your show's going to do nothing but flourish next year, Jake.
I hope so. David, how are your eyes doing today? Any better after last night?
Well, you know what? I wasn't going to bring it up, but we talked last night, and I had a rough night, coughing and everything, and I just made my decision. Well, my brother told me too. He said, when you get up tomorrow, he said, call the doc and get in to see him. So I did. I have a super duper doctor, and so the diagnosis is it's an infection. And they're going to put me on antibiotics. When they took my temperature, it was at 101 this morning. So, I'm really not feeling up to par. And then key, very important, because, my eyes were getting like red wine, and I mean, in kidding around, that is good. But, it was freaking me out, and I'm like, man, I gotta find out what's going on here. So they said, doc and nurse said, the infection actually can get into your eyes, and that's what causes all the deep redness and everything. So if they can get everything cleared up, I should be good to go.
Well, I'm glad they diagnosed it, David, and the chat is wishing you a bunch of well wishes. So hopefully you get a chance to read it. And I appreciate it. You calling in, and hopefully you get better soon. All right.
I will read it. I appreciate everyone, and thanks a lot, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great David T.
I got my energy. I hope you like my Jets take. They call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
I can't wait to see David when he's fully recovered and what those eyes look like. Oh, he's going to look like a new man. It's going to be awesome. Shout out to David. Hopefully he gets better soon. M. Morris says, unleash. Look, no one's gifted 10 memberships. Beastbreaker wants back in. He just wrote, I want in. He's currently in the hole right now. He's messaging me. He wants back. And I want to see him back. I do, but a bounty's a bounty. So what I did was to try and compromise is I did one of those YouTube goal things for super chats. 20 super chats of any color. It could be $2. It could be whatever you want. And we'll bring the beast back. So at least there's some sort of financial compensation that is paid forward. And I'll use that money and gift memberships for people. And if you get a membership, you'll get an entry in the raffle, whoever gets it. So the money's not to me to bring the beast back. It goes to you to get a chance in the raffle. So I'll gift memberships if we hit that 20 goal here, 20 super chat goal. We have 2 so far from the same guy, M. Morris. So starting now, it all counts. Purple Belt Mike says, BMAC, you name the move and I'll have you slept. Mike, I didn't miss this. I put it up on the screen. BMAC, I don't know. BMAC, I think, went off on you. But I acknowledge the super chat in real time. Don't worry. M. Morris, he's doing his best. He wrote, Unleash the Beast. We need 17 super chats, and the Beast is back. A lot of people are here for the Beast. I get it. Some people might hate the Beast. Some love him. Fishing for bangers. I'm here for the Beast. Look, I put him on. People say get him off. I don't put him on, and then they don't want him on. I can't win, man. I'm just trying to do a talk show, all right? I'm pro free speech. Peter Castro, Beast blows. This is what I mean. This is the conundrum I find myself in. G Money writes in, I don't know why people are scared of Joe Brady. Hire with a strong DC. He can work out well. I don't know how he is as a leader. Like, Kevin O'Connell's a great leader. You could see that. Sean McVay's a great leader. Joe Brady just might be a good play caller. I don't know. They would have to really do some digging. I'm open to it. If they hire Joe Brady, I won't be mad. I'd prefer someone with a previous experience. But as I've said from the beginning, if you are going to hire someone who's never been a head coach before, you obviously prefer that guy to be offensive minded. And Joe Brady would fit that bill. Who's his quarterback, right? He's not bringing Josh Allen with him. Just like Brian Dable wasn't bringing Josh Allen with him. And after a successful year one where they got a lot of lucky wins, one-score games, the last 2 years haven't been so good for Brian Dable, have they? So that's the concern, right? You're hiring another Bills OC who's not bringing Josh Allen with him. What does that look like? I don't know. I'm not against it. I just, these are the questions I have. And I do agree with your point, G Money. Say Joe Brady is the coach. You got to hire a legit defensive coordinator to help him. DC/assistant head coach. You know, you got to get like Dennis Allen to come in and be your DC. You got to get like Matt Eberflus to come in and be your DC. So guys that have been head coaches before that could help them. EJ says, Beast haters are unintelligent and insecure. John says, Boy Greenwood at the Beast call and let him in, Jake. Jeffrey R. put a 10 membership bounty on him. I can't bring him back. You guys know I honor and respect bounties around here. If you want the Beast back, there's a way to do it. 10 memberships or the YouTube goal that I have in the chat right now. This show is about honor and integrity and Jets football occasionally. Rich says 15 away from 300. Hit it. Please hit that like button. Open phone lines if you want in on the conversation. Bang says McCown is not qualified. Sorry. I mean, maybe. Do we know that, though? Big fella. McCown as OC would be great, not as head coach. I would prefer McCown as the OC with Flores as the head coach. Mike says the show is about honor. Absolutely. Peter Castro, McCown, never. Dan, do I think the Commanders could beat the Lions on Saturday? Yes, but I wouldn't pick them. Would not pick them at all. Super chat from Mad Team. What if bringing in Flores meant they had to bring in Grigson? Then I don't want to do it. Give me Aaron Glenn. I don't want Ryan Grigson to be the GM. I don't think he's a good GM. I don't understand why it's, he like there's so much buzz about him now. Why? Where this buzz wasn't around last year. Why is it this year? Or how many other teams are even interviewing Ryan Grigson for their job? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's too many. If you're adamant about you want one of the leadership positions, right, coach or GM, to be someone with previous experience, why does it need to be Grigson when Thomas Dimitrov is out there? Explain that to me. Dimitrov's better than Grigson. Drafted better, has a longer resume, has hired two coaches. Leon says, I will take Grigson to get Flores and McCown in the building. Experience checkbox is filled. Want the GM and head coach in sync. Drew Rosenhaus was speaking very highly of Grigson. I'm pretty sure Drew Rosenhaus represents him. That's why. You think he's going to go on the Pat McAfee show and not say good things about his client? Jesus Jerry writes in, who are you rooting for in the AFC and NFC? Lions or Vikings in the NFC? And anyone but Buffalo in the AFC. You know, I don't really care who represents the AFC as long as it's not the Bills. AD Pugnan checks in. I'm up for free speech. Me too, AD. G Money in for 10. He wants the Beast freed. Look at the chat coming together for the Beast. Jesus Jerry. I already read that one. Izzy. Super chat. Let's go, people. Free the mother effing Beast. People want the Beast. They want him. Boomtown has gifted a channel membership. He's in the raffle. Kyle Batar, you're a channel member. Hey, we're 6 away from 100 members in this show. Cincy Matt says, I'm at the 25 minutes mark, but free Beast. I love this. He's on delay, and he already wants the Beast to return. He's not even watching live right now. Here's what I'm going to do. I want the Beast back too, but I'm part of all this. So I'm going to give the super chat. So we're closer to freeing the Beast. All right. I want the Beast back. I can't lie, I do. I think we need the Beast. Not every day, but I think on a day like today to start the week, we need the Beast. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are just we're just 11 super chats away of any color from the Beast return. In the meantime, more of your calls. Let's say hello to Big Fella who's next. What's up, Big Fella?
Hey, man. Yo, the BMAC arc on this show is crazy. I'm telling you.
A lot of twists and turns.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he goes from like the beloved guy who was a Packer fan to now like on the level of most hated in the chat. It's crazy. Only the Jets could go after Grigson, man. It's crazy. The guy traded a first-round pick for Trent Richardson.
Look at his 2013 draft. I think it was 2013. It's as bad as the Isaac drafts. Like, I'm good, man. People are like, oh, he had a winning record. He had Andrew Luck. Yeah. He had Andrew Luck.
He never built an offensive line for him either.
No.
It made him hate football.
He retired at age 29. I'm good, man. And I'm not saying he can't ever work in a front office again, but you don't. If I'm the Jets, I'm not being the team that's giving Ryan Grigson a second chance when I've interviewed better candidates that have been GMs before. Thomas Dimitroff should be the pick if they're going to hire someone with previous GM experience.
It's crazy. I mean, he traded a first-round pick for one of the biggest busts in NFL history. That should get you banned from the GM job for all teams for life. Unbelievable. But like the chat was saying before, I would take McCown as the OC, not the head coach. He needs to work his way up a little bit more to get that position, in my opinion.
I mean, I would take McCown over some of the other coaches they're talking to, though, to be fair. Like, I'd rather be early on a coach than late, but I mean, I still prefer Flores and Glenn before I get to McCown.
Yeah, I would definitely take Flores or Glenn over McCown. Absolutely. It would be great if, I'm just for the nostalgia. I would love for the Jets to get Glenn, our guy Glenn going against their guy Vrabel. I think that would be dope. Like get a good rivalry going with that, more than what our rivalry already is. But it would be more personal. But yeah. So that's all I got, man.
What are your thoughts on Beastbreaker? Should he be freed?
Beastbreaker. Well, if Jeffrey paid 10, like you said, it takes 10 to get back. So, but I don't have a problem with Beastbreaker. I just want want him to be respectful. That's all, you know.
It's amazing. I feel like the public enemy of the chat now, or of the channel, has become BMAC, and Beastbreaker has almost become a sympathetic figure in the eyes of many.
It actually has, until he went a little off the rails the other day and started saying some stuff that he should not be saying. But you know, no, Beastbreaker, I mean, if he keeps it respectful and, you know, doesn't go after people like Sarah who just have an opinion, and, you know, that's let him vent. You know, that's what it's all about. This team needs venting. So, you know, that's what I got.
A lot of people saying free the beast. It's incredible.
Well, if they get up to that 10 memberships, then free the man, you know?
He's freed instantly with 10, and he just wrote in, you want blood, rage, and violence.
No, I don't. but you know, my blood, rage, and violence days are over. So, you know, but yeah, no, let him vent. You know, hit the mark of the 10 memberships or the super chat mark, and, you know, let the man free. That's all.
10 super chats away or 10 memberships, and the beast is free. It's that easy.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, that sounds good, man. I hope you have a good day.
Big fella, appreciate your call as always. Ladies and gentlemen, how about this from Bo C? He's in the raffle with 5 entries. Absolutely incredible performance by Bo today. TC, Jacob Munez, Money, Jet Stop, and Jeffrey Mann all received channel memberships. We are just 9 super chats away from the return of the beast. How did we get there? Cincy Matt, for good measures. F the haters. Barney Miller, free beast, and sign Glenn because he's a Jet. See, this is what I mean. Beast is polarizing. Love him or hate him, you have a thought on it. And that's what it's all about. Jay Luby, Beast is hilarious. I agree. EJ, has Netflix reached out to you about picking up the show for a season? The characters on the show are second to none. They have not, but they should. And I'm also pissed off at Netflix. They made me look like a fool. So in July of this past year, Netflix reached out to me, and I signed a document giving them express written permission to use content from the show in the Aaron Rodgers documentary. I knew about the Rodgers doc before anyone, and I couldn't say anything. And they didn't even use anything from the show. I had to sign all this tedious paperwork and shit, and they didn't use one cut from the show. Unless I missed it, I watched the whole thing. I mean, so screw Netflix, or at least the people on the Rodgers doc. They didn't use a single thing from the show that talks about the Jets more than any other YouTube channel. I'm on every day for hours at a time, and I'm pro Rodgers typically. So screw Netflix. I'm happy for, Richie from Jets Media. His voice was in one of the scenes, but I was sitting on this thing. I could have broke the story in July. They're doing a documentary on Rodgers. I sat on it out of respect for them reaching out to me, and they didn't even use me. So lesson learned. Next time I get a scoop, I'm airing it. I was annoyed. I told people I was going to be in it. I had to give express written permission to let them use stuff from the channel. Nothing. Screw you, Netflix. And guess what, Netflix? I've never paid once for your subscription. Shout out to my prom date in 2012, whose Netflix I've been using. Take that for data. Bo, I see your super chat. I want you to know that I messaged Beast off air. I don't think he used that word with any negative intent. I think he was just ranting and didn't realize what it meant. But completely agree. That's why we have standards around here. M. Morris has gifted a super chat for the free Beast Fund. Folks, we're 7 super chats away from the return of the Beast. We're also at 99 memberships right now, gifted in a show. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to gift a membership to get us at an even 100. The raffle will take place during our afternoon stream, my 3rd show on the day. Thank you to everyone who tuned into the Jake Asman football show. But I'm going to gift a membership right now. And with that membership, we will be at 100 added in this show. Let's see what we got here. Who got it? One channel membership. It's been gifted. Here's the video I want to play to honor such an incredible moment in time.
It's J-E-T-S, Jets. I love Fireman Ed, too.
How about we interview John Gruden? Just an idea. Brett_1125, you're welcome. I gifted you a membership. It's an even 100 memberships that have been gifted during today's show so far. We're not done yet. That's the bottom line. More of your calls right now. And last chance, this is the last show to get in if you want a chance to win the full-size Jet helmet, the New York Jets Super Bowl ring, and the Aaron Rodgers jersey are 3 big prizes for the afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, Hep is next. Hey, Hep.
Hey, Jake, I finally figured out how to get on your show. It only
About
took
time,
like half a
Hep.
year.
About time.
I know. Okay, I got an idea for your for your I guess you would call them the All-Star As Maniacs. Do you remember the program, the Celebrity Rehab?
I remember it. I can't say I've seen it, though. I definitely have heard of it.
All right, the premise was they put a bunch of people in a house, and they had cameras all over the place. And they would stay there for 6 months, and they would just film their craziness. Like Flavor Flav was one, Bridget Nielsen was a person, and they were just wrecks, man. I was thinking that for you, the idea would be that As Maniacs, for one season of the New York Jets, have to share a house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they get paid well because they'd be on TV. They maybe get like a couple of grand a week or something like that. But you'd put like Allen, you'd put everybody, Beast Breaker, you put the whole bunch, all the best of them, the best of the best, Gary in there. Man, I think that would be an hilarious show.
I like it. Look, we're going to need some sponsorship money for that. That's a big cost to get everyone out there, but I'm in. I think there's something to it.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, bud. I'm glad I'm back on the program. Peace out. I'll see you on the rebound.
Hep, I appreciate you, man. Glad you called in. Call back again. You're a great caller. Let's get you in the tournament, Hep. You got to start calling. All right, we got As Maniac Madness in a few short months. Ladies and gentlemen, 7 super chats of any kind, and the beast is freed. And here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to make it so it's only 6 super chats that are needed to free the beast. I have sent in a super chat, which is super chat number 14 of 20 that we need to free the beast. Did it go through, though? It has not, because I have not hit the buy button. Ladies and gentlemen, now it has come through. Beautiful. Beast. Freedom. Philly Noodles. He's next on our show today. Hello, Philly.
What's up, bro?
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Who are the real people of Japan? We all are wondering. I'm still wondering ever since he said it. It's hit my ears, and I need to know who are the real people he represents in Japan.
Yeah, it's a great question. And we could find out the answer maybe, but the chat has spoken to this point that he's in the hole, and I respect the chat too much to do anything to
I get it.
Not honor it.
I get it. I mean, again, he's going to have a tournament run like no other. I don't think anyone's ready for this. He's going to blow away. Like, he would kill me in the contest. He'll kill Hamburger. He's going to kill Neil in the contest. Neil hasn't called in a minute. Like, there's guys who are going down. Like,
What seed you put him in? That's the thing.
Now, that's what I was asking the other day. Do we have a bad man's bracket? Where it's just
it's one bracket. We don't do multiple bracket. We have a bracket of integrity. That's it. One bracket.
Wow. All right. Well, no, he's not number 1 seed. I think Bobby or Kerner. I think Bobby.
There's
Gorman,
4 number 1
Bobby
seeds.
Yeah, Bobby. Gorman.
It's like NCAA, like the NCAA tournament. So there's a field of 68.
Yeah.
What seed would Beast be? I don't know.
I don't think he takes the 1 because you got to put Gorman and you got to put Bobby, right? And then I think right after the fact that those 2, Kerner. I mean, the Lane train is classic. And then right there, do you put a bad guy in the top of a seed? Do you put Duke up there? Everyone hates Duke. I hate Duke. Who doesn't hate Duke? Duke's always a number 1 seed. So is he a number 1? Is it Allen? I feel like Allen would be deserving of a number 1 seed as a Duke, and he would love it. He would revel in that being a Duke seed.
He's not getting a number 1 seed. It's not happening.
I think it might. You never know. But
he's not a 1 seed. He'll be in the tournament. He's not a 1 seed.
Can you imagine that? Them two face off. I think that's not even. Oh man, how do you pick one of the over the other? B-Mac's gonna go down real fast. I don't think he realizes how. That's what's gonna happen. The field of 68 is gonna kill him.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of people who love the troll deep down, the silent majority, I would willing to bet in some cases. So I wonder if people might, out of spite, vote B-Mac because they don't like the cult of some of these As Maniacs kind of all rallying against him. You know what I mean? Like just to be different.
True. That's true. V-Man, I forget about V-Man. V-Man, first off, is Hector going to get in the 68? That's the question. If Hector
He's only
gets
called
in
once. He's got to start calling more.
But that's a
I don't
legendary call, bro. He in Spanish ripped him apart. All right,
He
he
did.
said some shit to him. It's messed up.
He did.
So now on the head coach thing, Vrabel, great. Introduce him, get him out of our faces. Aaron Glenn would be. I wonder if Aaron Glenn would feel a type of way where he's like, "Oh, I was the second option." Meanwhile, the Saints probably look at him as their first option. It's not going to be Rizzy. It's probably him, even though they let him walk. So, I mean, I would take Glenn for sure, but I still have that feeling of. I mean, if we can give Flores, just call it a day. I think Flores has got to be it to me, because now Flores can sit there and spite the Patriots, and he can spite the Dolphins. He was never involved with the Buffalo Bills, and that's fine for us. But I would like Flores still over Glenn. I think people need to really consider that.
Fair call, Philly. I think ultimately it could come down to Glenn versus Flores. Now, I will say this. I'm going to talk more about this in the afternoon show when we get more info. But McCarthy is now out as Cowboys coach. It went from, he doesn't have a contract, to that's it, it's over. They couldn't agree on the length of a contract, so McCarthy's out. So he's gone. He leaves Dallas with 3 playoff appearances. He won 12 games 3 times there. Winning record. Didn't win in the playoffs, I get it, but the guy is a coach. Good coach. If I'm the Saints, I hire him immediately. And honestly, I think if you're a Jet fan and you want Aaron Glenn, like I know many in the fan base do, root for McCarthy to go to the Saints. I think the Jets should talk to him, by the way. Just saying. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they want that, because he'll be like, Aaron Rodgers is letting Rodgers and the Packers run the show again. But if McCarthy goes to the Saints, that's a logical spot for Aaron Glenn. All of a sudden, if Aaron Glenn's not going to the Saints, I don't know where he'd go other than the Jets. So I think the Jets are going to get Glenn anyway. I think Glenn would choose the Jets over the Saints job if it was up to him. But I do believe, as we sit here right now, if you're someone who wants Aaron Glenn, like I know many in the fan base do, you should root for Mike McCarthy to go to New Orleans, and then that increases the chances of Glenn being available. Ladies and gentlemen, JoJo has super chatted, free the beast. Oh, baby. Folks, Jeffrey R. sent in a super chat. Mike McCarthy's contract ran out. The team's run has run its course. Fishing for Bangers super chatted. Ask the Beast about that Bobby Beasley fella. Ralphie wrote in. Any truth Johnson and Kingsbury declined? We know Ben Johnson had no interest. We don't know about Cliff. That hasn't been reported yet. Ladies and gentlemen, with the big fella super chatting. 1, 2, 3. 25, Unleash the Beast. Izzy Blanco, let's go, people. Free the mother effing beast. Folks, it might be time. First, shout out to Jet West. He became a channel member. Shout out to John LG. He gifted a channel membership. And with that, I'm checking right now. We have hit our goal. 20 super chats to free the Beast.
Beast Breaker 666. He's the man who would kick your ass, and then he's gobble-goo.
You see this, what I have here, Jake? You see this? Uncle Louie, Anyone who dares to tempt me is going to get it. And I'm not the last person nobody wants to sit in the fire with. To Kyle Bayer, hey, you little asshole, next time you call me a fake Jet, I'm going to punch your lights out. And to this Bobby Beasley guy, that guy's a low-life piece of shit. He's a liar. He's a fake Jet fan, and he always was fake. He'll never amount to zero. That's why he's a loser, and he'll always be a loser till the day he chokes chicken. Now, I'm going to say this to everybody. Everybody better watch it with me. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm here for football basics and facts, not pussy shit lies eating crap.
Pile of old gabagoo. Offensive line, defensive line. Offensive line. The first thing I'm going to address. No more protection from the As Maniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Boys. I shave every day. I also represent real people of Japan. You understand me? Now let's concentrate on football. Are you seriously on crack? I think somebody's going to call the crack department. Retarded questions. How about you bend over and taking up the booty hole behind the 7-Eleven?
I can't believe this. Jeffrey sending it back to the hole. The chat worked so hard to save him. And he's right back to the hole. Oh, my God. Give the man a chance to make some points. Jeffrey said, nah, not today. See ya. The rules are rules. Mission. Irish Jet fan, Mark Grossman, Darnell Baker, John Gallagher, Mario, Nestor Bodden, Bob's Garage, Quay Bills, make the Jets cool again. All receiving channel memberships because Jeffrey R. knew what to do. 10, you gone. Isaac, in on the gifting. I'll tell you what. Community effort. We get 10. I'll give Beast 30 seconds before Jeffrey probably sends him back to the hall. I will give Beast 30 seconds to make his point if we get 10 memberships collectively from the chat. I want to be fair here. Half the chat wants the Beast. And I want everyone to get as many raffle entries as possible because this is the last show before we do the raffle this afternoon. Full-sized helmet, replica ring, all of it. Unbelievable. Rich writes in, Jeffrey R. a real one. Ralphie, Beast looked defeated. Party with Peg. Jeffrey, honorable number 1 seed. Tom, Breaker missed the sodomites. He needed to go back in the hole. Steve Asman, scale breaker. Mike D's nuts. His face was priceless. MVP, Jeffrey is my hero. Nick, how do you gift memberships? Do it from your laptop. Instead of hitting the super chat button, hit the money button, and then instead of super chats, click membership gifting. Frozen says, Jake, you need to increase the bounty on Beast. Beast wrote in, F you defeated my ass, I'm angry at Jeffrey. Nick M has gifted a channel membership. Will the chat rally to give Beast 30 seconds? That's the question right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Tom Ace writes in, Beastbreaker is the 2025 whole MVP. He's very popular down there. Party writes in, feel bad for the other sodomites. M. Morris, damn elites banning speech. I agree. Look at this guy. He's in the hole right now. He wants to come out. And you guys sent him there. Free this man. G Money, how do you gift the channel membership? It's very easy. You gift the channel membership on a laptop or desktop, or if you're on an Android phone, you hit the money button on the right-hand side of your screen, and instead of hitting super chat, you hit gift membership. Look what you guys did. Not everyone, but that's no ghost. Beast Day's ruined. He's probably eating Oreos, but his fingers are so fat he can't dip them in milk. You guys are just brutal, man. J-Quest, unleash the beast. 10 memberships and he's back. I'll set another goal as well. Man. Another goal. This is for 30 seconds of Beast. We bring him back. All right. Bring him back. And we say, Beast, welcome. You have points you want to make, and we want you to make them. Joshua says, make Beast pay for his own bail. Crazy writes in, Jake, I'm watching all the way from Italy. What's up with that Beast dude? Is he for real? Go Jets. Oh, he's for real. Jet West wants to basically put a Steve Cohen level tax on Jeffrey R. Incredible. We got to respect what Jeffrey's doing. EJ says, Beast created the best character in the show by just being himself, and people are jealous. I agree. Mike D's Nuts, who's not a Beast Breaker fan, says he's in his natural environment. JM, unleash the Beast. Ralphie says, maybe Jeffrey will gift him back on, only to send him back. Honestly, if I was ever as rich as Jeffrey, I would troll a YouTube chat and do the same thing. Joe M says, how much to ban Jeffrey R? Wow. Things have taken a twist now. Joe M wants to ban Jeffrey R for getting rid of the Beast. Beast way better than any caller. Billy, Beast good for the show. What a turn of events. Peter Castro writes in, Blimp, how's the hole? Unbelievable. Unreal. Gio, Jeffrey R is a godsend. Sco, Jeffrey's a hater. Unbelievable. What a turn of events. K Yeti has called back in. Everything okay, K Yeti?
Yeah, dude. Well, so I saw Beastbreaker got back on. I went to the bathroom, ran back in here real quick, and he's already kicked off. It took like 30 seconds. I just want to talk to him for a little bit. Like, I just want to talk to the guy.
Look, rules are rules around here. You know, I have honor and integrity.
I mean, Jeffrey gifted me my membership, so I got to respect him. If Jeffrey says it's okay, can we bring him back on?
I don't think Jeffrey wants him on. That's the problem.
But, okay, I just want to talk to him because I want to clear it up a little bit. I think he really is a Jets fan, but maybe just people don't like listen to him scream all the time. But I got just a couple questions. Maybe I could prove his saliency.
Well, I'm going to run a poll right now because we've done this before and it varies. I'm going to make it a simple poll. Are you a fan of Beastbreaker 666? And it's simple. Yes or no. I want in real time, to those who have been watching the show, there's 500 in here, which is incredible. I mean, it just shows you the power of this fan base. I want to feel
seriously
on the Beast.
Middle of January, and we got 500 viewers, man.
Team hasn't made the playoffs in 14 years, Yeti. No coach, no GM. No idea what the quarterback's going to be. Unbelievable. Papa Jet writes in, can we get a 2-for-1? Beast release, Jeffrey put in the hole. 50 memberships, and you got a deal. I can't put Jeffrey in the hole. The man loves this show. He just doesn't like Beast. But I am a Capplefish, Papa Jet, so 50 seems fair if you want the double whammy. And Morris, we were here for the Beast. FPP, we want Jets talk, not Beast. But the problem is Beast wants to give Jets talk, and then people keep coming at him. For instance, yesterday, we had Bobby Midnight that called into the show. And he was going to try and give some Jet points, but the problem was, while Bobby called in, he admitted something that is grotesque. When was the last time you took a shower?
I don't know. Thursday evening.
You haven't showered since Thursday?
Yeah.
You probably reek. Oh.
He stinks. Yeah.
Oh, you got to be disgusting. Trying to talk Jets, but then Bobby says he hasn't showered since Thursday. The show gets derailed sometimes. Rich writes in, hits the like. We're going to wrap up here soon. Appreciate everyone tuned in. Will Parkinson this afternoon. Hulk Smash, how come no one's talking about Jordan Travis? Because he's a 5th-round pick by a regime that has all been fired. and he suffered multiple setbacks this year. He hasn't had an NFL practice a single time. Not one. So it's tough for me to sit here and pencil Jordan Travis to be a part of any future. Can't do it. Jojo writes in, did Bobby take a shower? Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now to answer that question.
I'm going over Michael's house today to stay over a couple of days while they fix the stupid thing over here. So I'm going to take a shower over Michael's house. But I got a date Gator put in there. That's what I asked for. Play that one again. I like that one.
You're so smelly. Ugh.
I know. Just play that one again.
Go take a shower. Then I'll play it.
Well, I got to go over Michael's house. You can't do it right now.
So it's some motivation. I'll play it this afternoon for you if you take a shower.
All right. I won't be around because Michael doesn't have good internet. So I won't be around.
Use your phone.
Okay. Bye. We'll see you later.
That's it. You're done? He's gone. Wow. Bobby Midnight. Smelly takes. Smelly person. Frozen Squirrel writes in, Bobby, take a cold shower, you stinky bastard. Big fella, Bobby, get your ass in the effing shower. Amid, Jake Asman show greater than Pat McAfee show. I appreciate that, Amid. Pat and those guys do a tremendous job. Bobby Beasley says, I'd love the opportunity to talk to the beast, face-to-face, man to pinhead little boy. Strong. EJ writes in, when do we get the results of the poll? I mean, you talk about a poll that is split. Are you a fan of Beastbreaker? Yes, 49%. No, 51%. I told you. He's as polarizing as it gets. I looked earlier. Yes was winning. Unbelievable. Matt says, Bobby has had enough of your shit. I get it. Speaking of shit, he smells like shit. Jesus Jerry, the smell comes through the screen. Sham says, Bobby has been nonstop grinding his BK burger flipping skills. Bobby, is there an update on the interview? By the way, you better shower before that interview. You're going to walk in. You're going to kill everyone. Forget getting the job. Beast just wrote in from the hole, I'm angry. You see what you guys did? Pittsburgh Mike, I'm seriously going to puke. Jets football, Bobby Midnight. Two things that make you puke. DD, I can smell the funk from here. Beastbreaker, all you fake Jet fans love big goals. Sean Snow writes in, Bathtub Buster 666 says, take a shower, Bobby. Big fella, Beast, no one cares that you're angry. Nobody cares, huh? Nobody cares. I'll tell you what, I care. By the way, poll is now 50-50. $50-50 for the Beastbreaker. Joe M., please don't make Beast angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. Fair. Absolutely fair. Hit the like button. Comments, questions, super chats. Last chance to get on. It's funny, watching the poll results. I mean, it is dead even, 50-50 right now. 167 votes. There's 500 in here. 51-49. Beast is taking the lead. Unbelievable. We have never had an As Maniac this polarizing. Here's what we're going to do right now. We're going to do something that I've never done before in the history of doing this show. What we're going to do right now is make history, folks. I have gifted 10 channel memberships. I am reviving Beastbreaker from the hole right now.
Holy crap, here comes Beastbreaker 666.
Why don't you get your fat ass on a treadmill and go the distance with me?
Is that Bobby Midnight?
I'm not into politics, and I already told you that.
I might be big, but I'm going to be bad enough to put you out.
Beastbreaker always has some salient points.
Beast, I brought you back, buddy.
Right now, I have to worry about my heart right now because right now my heart is fucking beating. I'm scared about losing it because if I fall down or have my heart going down, I'm not going to call 911. I've had enough. To all you fake Jet fans, you slimy bastards, you need to start learning to listen a little better and go to school. Because if you don't, I'm going to take you to the detention and put you there. This ain't a game anymore with you. You want to play with me? I'll take you down to the dumps and I'll kick your teeth down your throat and whip your ass. And I got a friend of mine waiting for you, and you know who he is? Uncle Louie. You know who Uncle Louie is. You remember The Sopranos, y'all? Y'all remember what Richie Aprile did to the one kid? He's like, kid, don't even try me. You want to go? You want to go? Plain and simple. Grow some guts and act like it. If you don't, you're all asking for it. I need to get You're nothing but a pile of old gabagoo. Offensive line, defensive line. Offensive line. The first thing I'm going to address.
No more protection from the As Maniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites.
Boys. I shave every day. I also represent real people of Japan. Get out of here now. Let's concentrate on football. Are you seriously on crack? I think somebody's going to call the crack department. Retarded questions. How about you bending over and taking up the booty hole behind the 7-Eleven?
I tried. I brought him back. I spent $54 after taxes. And Jeffrey R. just said, screw you. I'm money bags all around here. Beastbreaker back to the hole. Wow. Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me, man. I have never seen such a thing.
Free stuff.
And the poll is 50-50. 50% love the Beast. 50% hate the Beast. Unbelievable. Unreal. 50 memberships. Or, excuse me, $50. I spent it. I'm like, I'm going to bring him back. And Jeffrey R. had other ideas. You can't make it up. That was, wow. Unreal. I have 20 names to read. I'm going to read the ones I gifted first with Jeffrey's 10 right here. Here we go. Hulk Smash 20. Crazy Cannoli. Nick Tra. Danny Campbell. Joe Nestro. Justin McDermott. Jose Colon Jr. John Baccarella. Mike Cravens. Russell Lugbauer. All receiving channel memberships. Jeffrey R. Here we go. Andrew Brunswick, Frank Yeager, Dre Ruiz, Rick B., John Maselli, John Rosner, Alud Rodriguez, Kevin Ragbinsai, APD, Justin Rios, all receiving channel memberships. Unbelievable. 134 memberships in this show. Nick M. God bless Jeffrey. Look, if you hate Beast, Jeffrey is your king. If you love Beast, Jeffrey is the Antichrist. Unbelievable. Frozen Squirrel. Jake, you need to increase the bounty on Beast. Look, the bounty's the bounty, man. It's been 10 memberships for a while. Alan was basically the the architect of that. Kyle says that's what you get for trying to cheat the system. What do you mean? I didn't cheat the system. It's a 10 membership bounty I paid up. Unbelievable. Joshua, hit the like button. Please do. Please do. Big fella, Jeffrey R. deserves all the prizes in the raffle. If he doesn't win something, it's definitely rigged. I mean, I'm doing a random name generator. We're going to do it live on the show, so you all will see it. Unbelievable. K Yeti, you just witnessed that. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, it sucks because I got an iPhone, so I can't gift. I got like $17 cash right here. I'll mail to you. I just want to talk to the guy. But I get it. It's funny. It's just as hysterical. It's cracking me up.
Look,
but thanks for keeping me on and letting me back on.
Yeah, look, I know you had some salient points you wanted to make, and it's just it's tough that Beast hasn't been able to really make all his points. He started to, and then Jeffrey basically chopped him at the knees.
Yeah, why? Well, it is what it is. Nobody's going to fight with Jeffrey's money right here. So, but thanks for letting me back on, man. I really think he is a Jets fan. I just want people to know that he really is a Jets fan, and just tell him to stop screaming every time he calls in. But I could calm him down. I'm a professional at this. I could calm him down. But anyway, later. Talk to you. Good luck. Get to the other guys, and I'll talk to you later.
Yeti, appreciate the time. Cincy Matt with a super chat. Jeffrey taking out a loan to limit free speech. Disgraceful. I thought I woke up in America. I thought so too, Cincy. But look, I respect Jeffrey. He has a right to do it. I'm a Capelfish. All right. Let me just count my stacks of money here. Hold on. I'm getting a call on the money phone. Look, I get it. I'm a Capelfish, as Bobby Midnight would say. What a show. Gator writes in, how many memberships for Beast to co-host the show? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's do, how about 50 memberships, Gator? You got 50 memberships? Kyle says, you're the host of the show. You could buy Beast out of the hole. I can't, man. I bought him out of the show. I bought him out of the hole with the same rules that apply to the chat. I try to be fair in the show. You guys know this. I'm not involved in the rankings every month. I delegated that to As Maniacs on a committee. I'm not involved in As Maniac madness in regards to the bracket. We run poll results to determine major decisions on the show. So I can't just get Beast out of the hole. Unreal. Peter Castro writes in, Beast is dumb as a bag of rocks. Love him or hate him, though, Peter. He's eliciting a reaction out of you. Even Dave Briga's defending the Beast. And he hates Beastbreaker. What can't be argued is that Beastbreaker is an actual Jets fan, as opposed to some other polarizing show chatters or callers. And Morris, the people want the Beast. John Gotti writes in, Beastbreaker is my right-hand man. I'm going to send him to take care of Rob V. Steve Asman, I'm sending him a Gustbuster. I love him. There you have it, folks. By the way, Beastbreaker in the poll, no, has taken a 5% lead. It's 45-55 now. Unbelievable. It tells you he was winning and now he's losing. Goes back and forth. Wow. Anyway, what a show. Big raffle this afternoon. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you to all for your support. By the way, Jeffrey R., we're sending you a Gustbuster umbrella. I already have your address, so even if you don't win a raffle prize, you're getting something no matter what. Thank you for your support today. What a show, man. We'll be talking about this one for decades to come, I'd imagine. Thank you all. Go Jets. I'll talk to you guys soon. JETS. Jets, Jets, Jets. See you guys in the 4 o'clock hour when Will Parkinson joins us. He's always late, so we're not going to start on time. That's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong. Talk to you then.
Breaking sports news just in from the Jake Asman Show. Tragedy struck the critically acclaimed show when one of Jake's regulars, the great Neil Pellizzeri, called in for what may have been his final appearance on the broadcast.
Let's go to Neil, who's up next. He was at the game yesterday. Neil, what do you got for us?
Listen, Jake, take your goddamn hand off that track mouse pad thingy. I've got 13 points at least I need to make before you cut me off. So sit back and enjoy the show. Hang up on all those other callers because I'm going to ramble like a drunk uncle talking politics on Easter Sunday. Oh, damn. I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Jets got to get this offensive line figured out. Because it doesn't matter who we have on the center because these assholes can't hold the line. I don't mean the fuck. I think there's a little fire over there. Whoa. Hold on. Oh, Jake, I might need you to call 911. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell's going on here? Oh, my Lord. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
Oh my God. How do you do that? Oh my God. Oh my God. That was amazing. Oh my God. I think I cracked a rib from laughing at that. Oh my God, Gator, you're an animal. Oh my God, Neil's on hold. Neil.
Oh my God. That was so beautiful. I actually lit a friggin' I have so many ash fires that I swear to God, I think I almost had a situation like he's talking about where I lit something on fire and I almost had to put it out. Now I have a fire extinguisher under my desk, believe it or not. So Gator hit it 100% on the money.
I'm better, Beast. How you doing?
Hey, how you? Hey, you know we sang you that Whopper song. Hey, Jake, let's give him that Whopper song. Whopper, Whopper at BK. We're on the move at BK. Have it your way. You rule.
You rule, yeah.
Hey, I hope you get that job at Burger King, my friend. You.